Hello, pre-algebra students. This is Mrs. Stapleton, and this is the third and final video on box and whisker plots. So today we're going to do a little bit of analyzing and comparing. So number 5 on your note sheet, the box and whisker plot below shows the test scores for a group of 24 students. And here they are. Here's our box plot. And what is the median score? Well, that's right here where this line goes through. That's our median. So our median is 80. What percent of the students scored between 70 and 85? 70 and 85. What percent scored between those? Well, we know that each quartile is 25%. So this would be 25 plus 25 is 50%. And how many students scored between 45 and 85? Well, that would be 25, 50, 75%. Okay, if Kate got an 87, how did she do compared to the class? Well, an 87 would be probably right about there, right? So Kate scored in the upper 25% of the class. Okay, and she scored better than 25, 50, 75% of her classmates. Okay, done. Now we're going to compare some box and whisker plots. Number 9 on your note sheet, Mr. Athens and Mrs. Gilman gave the same test to their math classes. The scores of each class are shown below. And there we've got two box and whisker plots on the same number line. Here's Mr. Athens, here's Mrs. Gilman. What's the difference in the median score? Well, difference means subtract, right? So we're going to take the larger, which is 80, and we're going to subtract the smaller median score, which is 75, and that gives us 5. Which class had the greater range of scores? So remember, the range is the distance between the lowest value and the highest value. So this range here, 100 minus 45 would be 55. And this range here would be 95 minus 60, which would be 35. But you could just tell just by looking at them that Mr. Athens class had the greater range. And which class do you feel did better overall? Explain. So, do you feel? They're implying that it's a matter of opinion. So there's no wrong answer, but we also need to explain what we're talking about. So I'm just going to tell you what I think. I think that overall, Mrs. Gilman's class did better. So I think that overall, Mrs. Gilman's class did better. Because, none of her students scored below a D. Okay, and Mr. Athens' class only had 75% of his students score above a D. Okay, and you would have a different answer as long as you would explain what your thinking is. You would get credit for that question. Okay, that's all we have for today. Have a lovely week, and we'll see you next time.